Hello, welcome back. This is match 2 with a black-white, half vampires, half good stuff list. We lost the die roll, so our opponent's going first, and we're waiting on them. I like this hand a lot.
Yeah, it has cards in it that we can cast.
That's
my main priority.
Dust Legion Lieutenant into Forerunner into... Or probably
Forerunner
just
get Anointed Deacon.
We're keeping this, though.
Yeah, Forerunner gets Anointed Deacon, and then we get the Anointed Deacon, so... Works for me.
Do we take our second turn off to play the Oathsworn Vampire, or do we just jam the Dust Legion Lieutenant?
I think it's... I thought it was Zealot, not Lieutenant.
Sorry, you're right, but still.
Like, huh?
We do not have Dust Legion Lieutenant. Or regular Legion Lieutenant is it, but regardless.
Yeah, that's Legion Lieutenant, that's not a card. I think we just dropped the Zealot, because we're not being able to block with the Oathsworn Vampire anyway.
Mm-hmm. And then next turn we can probably just play the Hammer... Or no, we don't want to play the Hammer Skull into the Dinosaur Hunter. That's a bad decision.
Yeah, next turn we play the Forerunner, and then we get Anointed Deacon, and then we play Anointed Deacon.
Well, Anointed Deacon will be a turn later. It's a 5-drop.
You're right, Anointed Deacon is a 5-drop. What's the 4-drop then?
Sanguine Glorifier, but I don't think we have it. I don't think we have a 4-drop Vampire.
I thought we did.
We're going to be taking 2. We have enough Vampire synergies that we want to keep our Vampire around if we can.
Well, we could get a 2-drop Vampire and then Oathsworn and a 2-drop.
That's valid. Alright, his Explorer hit... Oh. Or we could Oathsworn Dustworm Skymarcher this turn. No, that's better next turn, because Forerunner will be on the field and it will pump.
Yeah, there we go. That's the co-host that I'm supposed to be videoing with.
I'm occasionally a good player.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I have to make the correct decision. That's totally not what I'm here for.
You're here to insult me even if I do make the correct decision?
Yeah, I mean, just here to have fun. And if somebody else gets fun out of it, congrats.
Alright. So I like the sound of Anointed Deacon. That's probably going to be what we go with, but let's double check that we don't have anything else we're looking for.
Do we have any cool 2-drops so that we could do?
We have another Dust Legion Zealot. I know that.
That's true.
I think the Dust Legion Zealot. So we have Martyr. Oh, we do have a Sanguine Glorifier.
Ha! Told you so.
Is that better than just Anointed Deacon, though? I mean, we can play it next turn and, like, make our Forerunner into a 3-3, and then it can effectively block, but... Like, is that much better than just on next turn playing out Oathsworn Vampire, Dustworm Skymarcher, and then the turn after that playing Anointed Deacon?
I don't know. I am a sucker for curves.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the perfect decision, but it's the decision I want to make. When in doubt, curve out.
Do we throw our Forerunner in front of the Dinosaur Hunter and just not take damage?
I think we do not do that, because we want more vampires on field.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but it was worth talking about.
Gives us something to pad our runtime with.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Alright, first, do we block the Seeker Squire?
It's a 1-2, isn't it?
Yeah, it didn't hit the Explorer.
He probably drops Skullduggery and then kills our field.
Which is why we would block it with Dust Legion Lieutenant, presumably. I was thinking it's more like he has Ravenous Chupacabra, and he's gonna expect us to block with Forerunner, and then Ravenous Chupacabra eat our other guy. I think we just take it.
Yeah, I think take it is correct here, because there are too many chances for us to get 2 for 1.
And he passed. That's odd.
A Sanguine Glorifier.
Here's a real question. Where do we put the counter?
we put the counter on the Dusk Legion little guy so that it enables actual blocks.
Well, I was thinking we can put the counter on the Forerunner, because then we have 2 3/3s, and he has a 1/2 and a 2/2.
That's true. I mean, I'm fine with that, too.
And we use the Forerunner's ability to pump the Dust Legion Zealot. And
we beat him for 5 this turn.
Yeah, probably. And Slash of Talents doesn't get us. Divine Verdict cost 5, I think.
No, cost 4.
It does cost 4? Then we might just lose our Forerunner here. Hey, we lost our Forerunner.
Okay, yeah. I thought he only tapped 3. I was really confused what he was trying to do there.
I'm still okay with that.
There are worse things.
Our Forerunner eating a removal spell, even a conditional one. So is that what he was planning on? Probably. It's just us. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's just us jamming a block on the Seeker Squire, and then he'd get to Divine Verdict it.
I think we take it. Oh, look, we took it.
Yeah, we didn't really have much choice, friend. So we play Dust Charger into Dustborn Sky Marcher.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too.
And then next turn we can jam Oathsworn Vampire Territorial Hammerskull, and our Dust Charger will be online. You know, his deck feels like a black-white beatdown deck, considering he's playing Dinosaur Hunter and Seeker Squire. And he hasn't been very successful. Like,
I mean, we're at 11 and he's at 17.
Yeah, but this is turn 6 and he's done 9 damage to us.
Maybe he's in the slow group.
He had the Snubhorn. I actually low-key love Snubhorn Sentry at this point.
Yeah, I'm considering throwing it in my queue just for funsies. Especially since control is so much stronger than it used to be.
He does not have very good attacks here. He passed. That's a different play. We could play Skittering Heartstopper instead, and then we have infinite blocks. I mean, we'd still play Territorial or Hammerskull, but...
Yeah.
So we're playing that either way. I guess technically I should be doing this in main phase 2, even though nothing will change because I'm only attacking with the flyer.
Why not the Dusk Charger?
Because I want the Dust Charger to be able to block the 3/5. We will lose our Dust Charger if we block, or if we attack. He'll block with the Snubhorn Sentry and the Imperial Ceratops, and I'm not into trading 1-for-1.
Okay. I mean, 1-for-1 beats 1-for-2.
Yeah, or we can leave it back, and then he has no attacks into us.
I suppose that's dealable.
So do we play both the Oathsworn Vampire and the Skittering Heartstopper and not have Skittering Heartstopper's ability next turn?
I think we Heartstopper with the ability open. Okay. So otherwise, it doesn't really have a point.
Well, it has a point. It's using our mana efficiently. And getting the tapped creature into play a turn earlier.
Oh, I understand that, but there's also the point of the Heartstopper is kind of awful unless it has the threat of activation.
Is this where he does something like Golden Demises us? No, Suncrested Pterodon.
Okay. Woohoo, yeehaw. You hate the second main phase, don't you?
I'm not planning on attacking.
As much in this turn, but...
There's no reason to do everything in second main phase if you're not attacking.
It messes with people. You gotta throw them for a loop.
No, you gotta get F8 or F6 value by passing your turn as soon as you're done doing stuff. Magic Online has a real clock where each thing you do takes away the time you have to do further things.
Yeah, but unless we just talk about nothing for a while, we're probably not going to run out of time.
I mean, that's true, but we've still almost timed out before. There's that game with the pirate stack where we won with literal 1 second on the clock.
But we also probably talked about nonsense for a while.
Yeah, like whether or not to pass during your main phase, or play something in main phase 1 to pass immediately.
Well, you notice I'm also talking about this while we don't have better things to do.
Yeah, that's...
Because as much as I'd love to just sit here and do a song and dance, I don't think our one viewer would enjoy that too much.
We have like 3.
Okay, would our 3 viewers enjoy it that much?
Alan probably would. Alan loves shenanigans. So what do we have that's an out to Suncrested Pterodon? We have an Impale, right?
Yes.
You should really like screen cap our deck list.
It wouldn't matter because I can't read any of the cards.
And I can't pull it up right now, and I forgot to.
Yep, I remember we talked about this last time.
I've slept since then.
I might have.
I would sincerely hope so. It's been like 3 days. 2 days. Math is hard.
I live on ski at this point. Sleep is a luxury.
So, I mean, clearly, if we draw Golden Demise, which I know we have Golden Demise,
yes,
we jam in with all. Because he can't kill us on the crackback, and we'll get in for infinite damage.
Well, if we have, I was going to say, if we have Golden Demise, we drop Golden Demise and then swing it for a bunch. Come on, Golden Demise.
See? Queen's Agent.
I still wish that picture was just Sean Connery. That's what I think of.
I'm certain there's an altar.
Oh, I'm certain there probably is too. I just haven't seen it. Which is odd, considering I'm on that Facebook group.
Alright, so we drew Death Legion Zealot, so we're playing Death Legion Zealot and seeing if we draw anything better.
Yep. Like Golden Demise.
Moments of Craving.
That is also a card.
Do we swing with Death Charger here? He'll likely block with, like, Queen's Agent, Imperial Ceratops, and then we're just... That's not a good, like, outcome for us.
Yeah. Ceratops is a 2/5, is it not? And Queen's Agent's a...
No, Ceratops is a 3/5.
Okay, otherwise it's like, sounds great, what's the problem here? But yeah, if that's the case, then... Yeah, I don't think we swing.
I think he's probably going to go for broke soon enough, and then I think it'll be helpful having a Moment of Craving. Because it will make our blocks significantly better. Even if it's just neutering the Sun-Crested Pterodon for a turn.
Yeah. Well, even if we do neuter it, maybe it'll be like the frogs in Jurassic Park where they just still make babies anyway. Nothing?
That's his only attack.
Not even a chuckle? No?
You got a smirk. That was funny enough to warrant a smirk.
Okay. Was it like Vanity Smirk, Papa Smirk, Smirkette?
So what are the odds we eventually run into Marshall or LSV in a draft video, and they're like, "Why the hell are you using this name?"
I don't know. I don't have the data out there for how many people are on Magic Online drafting.
And I know we're probably not going to hit LSV because he mostly does competitive leagues, and we don't.
We're not that competitive.
No.
Well, we're doing Swiss, are we not?
Yeah, it's the intermediate league.
The odds are probably 0.
I've played them both before. I mean, I played a lot of Magic Online at this point, but I've played against both of them.
Was it in Swiss leagues, though?
Yeah. I mean, there's not
I don't have a personal Moto account, so
there's not like there's only quote unquote like 4,500 people in a Swiss league at any given time, and they're not even all like online and playing at the same time. You're still considered in the Swiss league, like when we took the 2-day break between our last recording and today.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this guy is taking.
I'm gonna say, is his clock actually going down?
Yeah. No, he lost like 3 minutes while we were waiting for him to. See, the weird thing is he had already declared attackers. Like, it wasn't like he was deciding if he wanted to swing with anyone else. He had already declared attackers and then just stayed on the, like, declare attackers step.
Mm-hmm.
This is very weird.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just we lost connection and he's sitting there.
No, we get a message over in the chat box. I know you can't read it, but I'm checking. I am keeping an eye on it. So if he had lost connection, we would have seen it. He just wasn't doing anything for like 3 minutes.
Maybe he had to use the bathroom.
Could have been. But then you would think he would at least declare the attacker and then like go on to his main phase.
Sort of
Excuse me. Maybe he really wanted to have a response just in case we had a response. Oh, he said his connection's super slow to Moto for some reason.
So there was a connection error, it just wasn't our fault.
There was a connection error, it's just he hasn't fully dropped. He's just going slow. He has used almost triple the time that we've had.
Well, maybe he'll time out and we'll actually get a win on record.
We've won, I think. Or was our previous draft with the double Ravenous Chupacabras our first one? For Rivals, at least.
That was our first Rivals.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, we won one match in that draft. We didn't go 0-3. We talked about this last time. Because we both remembered going 0-3, because it's been 2 weeks since we recorded or whatever.
Yeah.
And we both remembered going 0-3, and then I logged on and we had won once. That being said, we drew a Plains, so we're passing doing nothing, I guess?
Yeah, currently we're on a 3-turn clock.
Well, we're on a 5-turn clock.
5-turn clock, right.
Because we can Moment of Craving, he can't deal damage that turn, and we gain a turn of life. Do we use that now?
I'm saying, sorry, 6-turn clock, because we can jump block once.
Yeah. So, do we just go ahead and use the Moment?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think we burn it until we have to.
Well, we're getting close to having to.
Getting close and being there are not the same thing.
This is a very true statement.
I know that's odd coming from my side of the screen, but sometimes new experiences are necessary, even if they are a bit limited.
So next turn, we block, and then Moment of Craving, just in case he has a combat trick, right?
No, I think we just block. And then the turn after that, we Moment of Craving.
Right, well, I guess it's another creature on board, even if it's
Irrelevant.
round one. Do we go ahead and... No, we don't attack.
No.
I was thinking we could attack, because then we could Deathborn Skymarch and make it a 4/4 if he decides to block. But then we're not able to block with our Deathborn Skymarch, so that's not a good plan at all.
Yep.
I know we have ways to deal with that Suncrested Pterodon.
Yeah. You'd think.
Gross.
Okay, now we're screwed.
Yeah, now
Like,
we just lose.
I'm not gonna lie here.
Because even if we... Yeah, and we drew... we drew dead for several turns. Alright. That didn't go well, guys. We do have Cleansing Ray, so that's obviously coming in.
Yep.
Do we go ahead and bring in the other Snubhorn Sentry? The ground got really clogged up. I wouldn't mind having a big butt.
No, anything to clog up the ground?
Hmm?
The ground got clogged up. You wouldn't mind another thing to be just clog up the ground?
It's a 3/3 by the time, like, it's gotten to the point where that matters. Okay, if we had had a couple 3/3 bodies on the ground, we could have been attacking. Okay, did we have it? We had... Slaughter the Strong didn't do it. Golden Mice didn't. Walk the Plank. Walk the Plank was our only answer to that flyer. Before I forget, Snipping Tool. Don't care about lands. I care about those. Minimize that. Alright. Just in case it becomes relevant to look at what we have. Okay. So we're definitely bringing Cleansing Ray in.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just for, like, the Deadeye Tormentor or something. Just the random creature.
Yeah, things that don't really do anything.
The only other thing I would really think about is the Snubhorn Sentry. Do you think it's worth it?
No.
Oh, we also have a Suncrested Pterodon, and that would have been a answer, kind of. They would bounce off each other for infinity.
Mm-hmm.
But we need an answer to Profane Procession, which means we're not using Cleansing Ray except for exactly Profane Procession. This hand's pretty decent.
It can play two cards, not at the same time, but I've seen worse come out of our deck.
I like it. His deck did end up being a grindy value deck, even though it didn't look like it at first. And this hand's decent against a grindy value deck. So.
Yeah. So we turn 3 Hammer Skull and just start beating his face in, or her face, not entirely sure.
And then we have Cleansing Ray for in case he ever plays Profane Procession. It's such a busted card. Is he going to send a message? He is not. You always attack with your O3 and onto an empty board. Chris, are you still alive or did I lose you? Alright, I lost Chris. While the game's going on in one play, I'm going to try to get him back. Join a video call. Luminous Bonds is our... That's rude. Maybe just, a couple days ago he actually just straight lost internet, so that could have happened again while we were, getting ready to show a episode. Voice call. Alright, he almost certainly has Divine, or the 4-mana kill an attacking blocking creature, Divine Verdict. But that's something I'm actually okay with him using. Because I'd rather have the Suncrested Pterodon be alive, because that is very... Oh, he didn't. That's interesting. Alright, Suncrested Pterodon it is. It shows him as being online, so presumably he is, in fact, online. His own Suncrested Pterodon. I think we just walk the plank his Suncrested Pterodon here. It's a pretty decent answer to that. And then Voracious Vampire and swing with both of our ground creatures. Yeah, he's really not that close to hitting a send unless he does something ridiculous like land, Call to the Feast, and then for 6, 7, that'd be exactly enough. And I just am not foreseeing him having that particular combination of cards. He's walking the plank our Suncrested Pterodon. That's okay. It did its job. And it took a bullet, because we'd much rather have the Dusk Charger on the field right now. Alright, here we're gonna attack with our Dusk Charger first. He almost certainly has Legion's Judgment, just leaving 4 open white mana like that. Although if he does, it's really weird that he hasn't played it already. Okay, he just continues to not have it. I don't think we have any double white spells. I should have checked that. Slaughter the Strong, which is already in our hand, but that's it. And then Clean Submission. I'm okay with that. Let's jam that and go ahead and hit send. I'm gonna try full enclosing and reorder opening, and then join a video call. One, two, three, four, 5. So he's probably, if he has, he'll play Profane Procession, intending on chumping our Dust Charger and then starting to eat things next turn. But I don't think that's fast enough. And on our turn, we're going to swing in with all. He'll have to chump the Dust Charger. And then he'll take 5 and go to 2, and then have nothing on board. As long as the board stays as it is right now. He conceded, so we're on to game 3. After this match, there may be another time skip, as it were, while I log off and try to get Chris back alive. I think we're just going to run this back, though. See, that's really what we're hoping for. 2/3 curving out, and then just having answers to things that he plays. That's what we're trying to do. There is also just the chance, if this game ends up as grindy as the first game, that our opponent does just time out. They're down to 7 minutes left on the clock. And well, that's enough to play like a normal game of Magic. If you're lagging pretty hard and the game goes long, that can quickly bite you. So I think we basically just want the draw that we had last game again, and just run it back. That'd be really nice. I think our opponent is lagging again because they've taken almost a minute to decide if they're going to go first or not. Hint, they probably want to go first. Chris says that he can hear me. I just can't hear him back. He just texted me. But he can't see me and he can't say anything back. Chris, if you can still hear me, try full closing Discord and reopening it. Maybe that'll do something. Because I am getting absolutely nothing from you. Alright. He logged off. And we'll wait till he tries to call me back, I suppose. Incoming call, join. And screen share. Alright, I still can't see him. But this hand is actually perfect. It's a 1-drop into a 2-drop and a 3-drop. And the 2-drop draws us an extra card, and we have a 5-drop that is a just solid card later. It sounds great. So we are most definitely keeping this. If Chris was here, he'd probably argue because we can't play the 5-drop right now with the cards currently in our hand. And yeah, our opponent's definitely timing out this match. Just between him making the go first and keep his hand decision, he used almost 3 minutes of his clock. Like, there's just very little he can do to make up that time if like he keeps going through his turns using 30 seconds at a time. I feel bad for the guy. He was a good player. His deck was good. I think ours is legitimately better, but he definitely played well the first game and he ended up winning it. Like, I wouldn't quite say this matchup is a coin toss. I think our deck is a little bit better overall, but he definitely has a lot going for him, and it kind of sucks for him that he's going to almost certainly going to time out because of lag. And then we draw into an Anointed Deacon. Oh, this is just gas. We're okay with trading damage because we have a Queen's Commission, so that'll get us a couple 1/1s, and then the 1/1s will be 3/1s because of Anointed Deacon. Alright, he played that. I don't know any of the cards in his hand. He's going to attack back for 1. He's not going to attack back for 1. Now that is interesting. Alright, well in that case, I still think I just play the Queen's Commission, but I might want to attack with the Death Legion Zealot, see if he blocks, if he does, or either way, use the Duskborn Sky Marcher, and then I can play out the Martyr of Dusk. No, I like Queen's Commission better, because then we can start pressuring him a lot with, by doing things like, hey Chris, can you hear me? Send me a text if you can hear me, because I can't hear you if you're talking. But having the 2 extra 1/1 vampires is great because it means we can attack. He does have his Profane Procession online, so that's going to make this game or this match quite a bit more difficult if we don't draw our Cleansing Light soon. We're going to attack with our 3 not Duskborn Sky Marchers, and then however he decides to block, we can pump one of them, and we'll probably just end up super far ahead. And then we'll play the Martyr of Dusk. He needs a land in order to exile one of our stuffs, and if his entire turn is land, exile one of your stuff, like that's we are pretty okay with that. Especially since, because, well, it is kind of shitty to win this way. Timing out is like a way to lose Magic online, and Profane Procession is a slow, dirtily card. It's not meant to win the game quickly. So we have enough on board, and we're going to be deploying enough that he's going to need to be using the Profane Procession, which will just take time and just add the amount of time that he has to play out. Alright, Chris hasn't texted me yet, so I'm assuming that he's having connectivity issues still. And our opponent has waited 30 seconds on my begin combat step, so they are just absolutely lagging. I would imagine that he would at least just use F6, so it would take him through the different phases. Like, it feels as if he's waiting for each phase, and then pressing OK, like, to go through my turn instead of just... There's not a lot you can do, and you, even if you've F6 in Magic Online, you can still block and stuff, so the only thing he'd really want to respond to, probably, is me attacking, and he can, like, even if you F6. So it's kind of weird that it's, like, stopping on my begin combat step, because it would usually only do that if they have to click the OK button to go through the begin combat into the attacker step. Which usually the game doesn't run. I'll pause it and let you guys know if he just times out. Do I have a way to do that, actually? I think I do. Oh, he let me go to attacks. So, yeah, there's no way that he's winning in 40 seconds. Like, it's... Saying it's impossible is a step too far, but with what's going on the battlefield, we could just pass our turn and, like, not block every single turn until he times out. You just can't do things fast enough to win in 30 seconds when your opponent's at 19 and you have 2 1-1s. Well, a 1-1 and a 1-2, but, like, 2 points of damage. Even if every turn, all he did was turn his creature sideways, it's still, you know, it's 2 or 3 seconds per turn, and then that's 10 turns, and that's not enough. I think that's exactly enough to kill us, actually, but he's just timing out. We'll see you guys in round 3.